Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing a fabric haul slash what I'm making for fall. I am trying to be better about thinking critically about what I want to make. I am hit with inspiration of things I want to make 8 times a day. And in reality, I may be able to sew like 5 or 6 projects in a season, depending on how complex they are. So I'm trying to be better about prioritizing what I really want to sew and then making an effort to get to the things that were on my list. And along with that, I'm also trying to think of what I want in my wardrobe. So when I first started sewing, I think I was just attracted to pretty fabrics and pretty designs. And I was kind of sewing a lot of stuff that I'm just not really gonna wear. And this year I'm thinking of gaps in my wardrobe or what would complement my wardrobe, and I'm trying to kind of go from there. And yes, it has cooled down here. I'm feeling the fall vibes. I put on my flannel shirt. I've got my token pumpkins in the background, fall candle, we're all cozy. And let's just get into my fall sewing plans. Okay, so full transparency, a couple of these projects I have already started working on, but for the purpose of this video and telling you about what I'm planning, let me just walk you through what I'm going to be doing. So this first project I have already started. So I have this gorgeous rusty reddy brown crinkle cotton fabric, and I got it from Core Fabric Store, and I got it on sale. Yes. So that was fun. And it's this really lightweight, super comfortable and breathable fabric. And what I'm doing with this is I am going to make it into the Anthea Allen blouse. If you're unfamiliar, this is an iconic blouse in the sewing community. If you go on sewing Instagram, so many people have posted their makes. It's a button-up blouse, it's dartless, and it's got a nice loose fit, and it's got these dramatic puffy sleeves. And I think this piece will be perfect for the end of summer because it's still lightweight and breathable, but it will transition so perfectly into fall because of the rusty color of the fabric. And the design is pretty timeless, I think, too. I've also been trying to make a few more kind of nicer shirts. I find myself in my everyday life just grabbing for t-shirts, and even my work shirts are kind of boring, honestly. So I want to make more things like this that I can wear out on a day-to-day basis that's not so fancy and so statement that I feel uncomfortable, but still something fun with a little bit of personality that I can wear in my everyday life. So I'm really excited for this one. So next up, I have decided it's finally time to try my hand at making a pair of jeans. I have wanted to sew jeans forever, ever since I started sewing, but they're one of those projects that you just hear it's so hard, there's such a big learning curve. The thought of installing a fly is terrifying in itself, but I'm really determined, and a year or two ago I bought myself some beautiful denim. So I'm going to be sewing with this gorgeous emerald green denim this fall. It's a 12-ounce bull denim, so it has a nice brushed surface. And it's thick, but it's not crazy thick, but it's nice and sturdy, which I like for my pants. If I'm wearing a jean, I want it to be sturdy. I don't want anything too flimsy. So this will be really nice. I'm so sorry. I honestly do not remember where I ordered these from. I think it was a website in the States because it's really hard to find bull denim in Canada. So I'm sorry to not be helpful, but yeah, this is the one I will be using for my pants. I'm going to be using a pattern from Grasser Patterns because they have a pattern that's closest to what I have in mind. I'll put it up on the screen now. You can see that it has these patch pockets. It's got straight, slightly flared legs. And the reason I am so determined to make these pants is because I have a pair of pants from the brand Beaten Linen, which is a brand based out of British Columbia in Canada, and they just do slow fashion. And they are these beautiful white bull denim pants. You've probably seen me wear them in my videos before when I'm styling because I honestly wear them all the time. They're perfect to pair with anything. And they also sell these pants in this gorgeous emerald green color, and I've always wanted to buy them. They're a little bit pricey for me though. When I originally bought my white pants, I got them on a super discount, and the pants at full price I just can't afford. Although I do think, like, I don't think they're overpriced or anything. They're handmade and great quality. I just can't afford it right now. So I thought I would try my hand at making my own. Now, their jeans are so professional. I do not think mine are going to come out quite as perfectly as theirs, but it is motivating for me to have an inspiration in mind. So I'm going to try using this grasser pattern to get something similar to these pants. It doesn't have to be exactly the same, but that's just kind of what the vibe is. And for once in my life, I am going to do a mock-up. I feel like obviously you kind of have to for pants. So I'm going to be doing a mock-up first out of this navy blue denim that I had. It's from the same line as that one. I just don't love the color, so it's perfect for using for a mock-up. So then hopefully I can fix any major fit issues. And yeah, I'm just so excited to learn how to sew a pair of pants. Like, what an amazing skill. So just hope that I can get the fit that I want, but we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated. Okay, let's talk about knitwear for a second. So I have a knitwear problem. All my friends and family can attest to this. It's probably because I live in Canada, and I honestly feel like if I buy a sweater, I can wear it for like 8 to 10 months out of the year. So sweaters just make me so happy, and I just love being comfy. I love nice quality fibers in sweater. I just love everything about sweaters. So last year I treated myself to a couple of sweater knits from Mood Fabrics. So I have this kind of this emerald tealy color and this pinky color, but the fun thing about these knits is that they're reversible. I'm doing such a bad job of showing this, but here's the inside of this one. So the inside is like this chocolatey brown color, which is super fun. So I just have to decide which side I want to use. So that's the pink and brown double knit. And then this tealy color also has like a light baby blue on the inside, but I think I'm going to sew with the teal. I just really like the color. But here's where the issue is. I'm just not sure which pattern to make. I am thinking of making a Marlowe cardigan. You know when you say something and it doesn't seem right? Okay, that is right. So I'm thinking of making a true bias Marlowe sweater, perhaps in the brown color of this pink and brown double knit, because I think the brown would be pretty versatile in my wardrobe. And the cut of that cardigan is kind of like a perfect everyday cardigan. So I'm thinking of that. I would also love to do a sweater dress. I have a few patterns in mind. I'll put some pictures up on the screen now. So I kind of just have to narrow down what I want to do, but I do have a goal to sew with these fabrics this fall and winter because I did spend a little bit more on them. It was kind of like a treat to myself, and they're gorgeous. So I don't want them just sitting in my collection. I want to use them. And so sewing with these will be on my list for this fall for sure. Okay guys, now we're kind of transitioning into some more wishy-washy sewing plans. So this is more like a fabric haul section of the video. I want to try and use these fabrics this fall, but I only have vague ideas of what I want to do with them. So let's just talk about it. So I have this fabric that I bought a few years ago from Fabricland. I don't remember what the content is. It's probably, it feels like maybe a stretch polyester satin or something. Like, it wasn't expensive, so it's definitely some kind of poly, but it's this gorgeous design with this like mossy green and these blue flowers. I just think it's stunning. My issue is that I just haven't known what to make with it, and it's come to my realization that if I make a statement top, I'm just not going to wear it. And I think if I make a dress out of this fabric, I'm also not going to wear it. So I think the solution would be to make a bias cut skirt, because I do actually wear those. I feel like I can dress them down a little bit with like chunky sneakers and a nice knit. So that's the vague idea I have in mind for this fabric. I don't know how much of it I have, probably at least 2 meters. And I have a few skirt pattern ideas. I'll put them up on the screen right now. So yeah, these are my vague ideas of what I want to do with this one, but we'll see what happens with it. So next up is a fun one. I recently got this fabric when I was in Italy. I got it when I was shopping in Rome. It was kind of a goal of mine to check out some of the fabric stores while I was there and maybe treat myself to something special. And I was thinking it would be a good place to buy a silk fabric because everyone knows silk is extremely expensive, especially the beautiful printed silk charmeuse fabrics. So I was looking at those there and they were much more affordable than here, but they were still like 60 euros a meter, which is just way too much for me personally right now for where I am at. So I settled on this gorgeous fabric, and it is a silk viscose blend, but there's a good percentage of silk in it. And I just love the way it feels. It's super drapey, really smooth, and it was a great price. So I think this would be a lovely skirt that, again, I would actually wear in the fall. I'd pair it with sweaters. I'd wear it to work, or I could wear it out or just in my everyday life. I could also make it into a bias cut dress of some sort, which I think would get a little bit less wear, but recently I've been really admiring people who do the like turtleneck under a strappy dress kind of look for fall. So I do want to get into that a little bit more, but we'll see. We'll see what this ends up being this fall. But yeah, this was a fun purchase that I made in Rome. Okay guys, if you've made it this far in the video, I have saved the most shameful for last. I am not proud of how much activewear fabric I've just bought, but I am happy in my heart and my soul. So let me show you my stack of activewear fabric. Okay, here it is. It's honestly hard to even lift it up. I've bought so much recently. So if you watched my last video on my channel, kind of about everything that I made in spring, you saw that I made myself a pair of activewear leggings in this pinky fabric. You saw that I made myself a pair of activewear leggings in this fabric. I still have a lot left actually. And when I made those leggings, I felt like I had ascended to a new level. Realizing that I could make stunning activewear for myself was just like such a wow moment. And so after that, I just decided to go a little bit crazy and buy a lot more activewear fabrics. These two are the matte activewear knits from Blackbird Fabrics, and I did buy these a while ago. I bought them along with the pink one the first time I ever bought activewear fabrics, and these are probably my favorite ones. They're thick, they're matte, they're soft, they're supportive enough to like kind of keep you held in. It's a fine balance between a fabric being stretchy enough to move with you, but then if it's like so stretchy and thin, it's see-through and it doesn't really kind of hold you in. So I think these ones are really perfect for that. And these two beauties are from a store called GK Fashion Fabrics here in Toronto. I've ordered from them online before, but during the pandemic, their in-person shopping wasn't open. So I went for the first time to shop in store recently, and I was so impressed. Like, I have never been in such a consumer-friendly store before. The way it's laid out, everything is labeled so clearly. It's all sectioned off. The prices are clear. The fiber contents are clear, and the staff were so helpful. So a little bit of a plug. And the other thing is their fabrics are extremely high quality for a very fair price. So overall, I was happy. So I ended up coming home with these knit fabrics. These are advertised as being for swimwear, but when I felt them, for me personally and my preferences, I thought they would be perfect for activewear tops. I like my activewear tops to be stretchy and not super thick, and that's how I would describe these fabrics. They're a bit thinner and maybe a bit shinier than some of the other fabrics I bought. I don't want to say they're shiny because they're not, but compared to the Blackbird Fabrics matte activewear knit, they have a little bit of a sheen to them. I got this gorgeous like fuchsia pink. I guess this is an in color this fall, because all of a sudden I just want everything in fuchsia. So I've fallen into the hype, and then I got a classic, like beautiful mid-tone blue. I think this was the jeans color. I'll list everything below, but I don't know exactly what I want to make with these. I have so many ideas. Like, I'm debating between some workout, like kind of tight fitting t-shirts or a zip up outfit. I just want to narrow down what I actually want to do with them, and then hopefully I can get to sewing with them this fall. Okay guys, that is everything that is on my fall sewing list. This fall, you can see that I have a couple projects in mind that are specific, and then a lot of just like loosey-goosey plans for my fabric. So do feel free to keep following my channel if you're interested to see what becomes of these fabrics. But thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to spend some time with me on my channel. If you like this video, please do consider giving it a thumbs up. And if you like sewing content, you might want to subscribe to my channel because I post videos about sewing projects, sewing vlogs, fabric hauls, sewing plans, and all that kind of thing. So if that sounds fun to you, I would love to have you around. But thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now. Okay guys, here it is.